After getting to know with the settings and properties of each of the components of these stairs, then it's time to talk about this thing which is called stair path. And when you draw these stairs in Revit, you'll see it's stair path that we should specify the start and end of the stairs, and this is a rule in Revit. And as you can see, when we draw the stair, this will be added automatically, but if we make a copy and check this join, the path will be deleted. Then we have to add it again. Then you can click on Annotate tab, stair path, and then click on the stairs and add the stair path as I mentioned before. Let me delete this. But usually when we select the stair path, it is shown up to the cut plane. That you can get access to the cut plane from the view range right here, which we talked about view range in the previous seasons comprehensively, like 3200s, 400s, like this way. But if we change the value of cut plane offset, then the other objects will be invisible. And here from view, in plan views and plan region, here we can create a dedicated view range. For instance, we draw a rectangle 1 millimeter offset, and then we draw it at the size of the stairs, and then we click on finish. I open edit view range 4 meters and 3200s. I click on OK. Watch this, but here nothing has changed since let me increase the size of the rectangle to cover them all. Watch this. Now we got the entire stair path, but still we don't have it up to the end of the stair. What should we do? I open view tab, I click on visibility graphics overrides like here. Then after opening this, and since we are dealing with annotations, we open annotation categories. I should search for path, then we find a stair path. All of these are enabled, but this above of our arrows, we enable it as well. Then we'll see the entire stair path. Afterwards, we can click on the overrides of projection surface and then assign a color for it like this, and we can increase the line weights, the line pattern, and we click on OK and apply. And here we got up and down directions. If I open level 2, as you can see, annotation, stair path, we added. Here we got the down direction, but if we open the level 1, we got the up, and we usually show the up direction. We select one of them, then select all instances visible in view. But why did I do this? As I mentioned, the stair path is considered as an annotation, and the annotations are special to each of the views. I mean, they will be applied only on the current view that you are working in. I mean, if I measure the dimension, we only have the dimensions in the level 1, not on the other views. As you can see, this is the characteristic of the annotations, and here the stair path is a annotation too. So if I select the annotation in the level 1, it is not dependent to level 2. So if I want to select it in all of the views, we select only instances in the entire project. Then it will be selected in all of the views. And in type selector, as you can see, automatic up down direction, the up and down directions are being distinguished automatically. Here we got the up direction in the level 1, but in the level 2 we got the down direction, as you can see. and we usually need the up, so we open and then we select a standard type, not that one. And as you can see, we got the up direction. I close level 2. I just opened level 2 to show you how to select them. But if you wanted to hide up and down, you can uncheck show up text. Or if you wanted to hide the text of the stairs in the entire project, for all of the stairs, you can again open visibility graphics overrides in the view tab. But note that you can get access to visibility graphics from the properties as well, or you can type VG to get access, and also VV or double V to get access to visibility graphics overrides. Then you should search for path and then uncheck up text and down text to hide them in the project in the stairs, as you can see. And I should select the view range and I hide the view range here. Then I select the stair path here in edit type. Afterwards I want to duplicate it and I try to assign similar names for them. I name the same or the similar name for the stair path as well. However, you can choose other names, but if you choose similar names, it helps you to distinguish the related stair paths and the stairs. But about the stair path properties here. The first thing is start symbol type that enables us to show the start point of the stair with a symbol like this, like circle or arrows, I don't know. As you can see, we can choose whatever you want, like open dot 3 mm like this way, or arrows or filled dots 3 mm. And you cannot edit the size of the dot or size of the symbol. But if you wanted to define a customized symbol for the start of the stair, if I set 1 to 100 for the symbol or 1 to 50, watch this, we can control the size. So we can change the scale if you wanted to change the size of the symbol. Here from Manage tab, additional settings, annotations, and then arrow heads. We open it. Here in this window from types, as you can see, we got access to the list of arrowheads. For instance, I select fill dot 3 mm and then I duplicate it and I set it to 2 mm for the name of the type. 2 mm, and if we set it to 1 to 50 scale, then it will be 10 centimeters. Okay. Also, we can specify the arrow style, the fill tag, like dot, arrow, or tick mark, datum, box, loop, or loop. You can choose whatever you want. I selected the loop and I want to replace the created one. As you can see, this is loop. Again, whatever changes I make, it will be applied on the stair path, like box for the symbol or triangle, or elevation target, heavy tick mark, look, arrow, and whatever, or diagonal. Watch this. I select dot or box. It does not matter. You can choose which one you want. 2 mm for the tick size. And okay. Very well. Then I want to select this and open edit type. In the continuation, we got a start extension. The start extension, in fact, is we can specify the extension value. For instance, 1 mm, or no, 1 mm here is not sensible since it is covered by the box that we have added. So if I want to extend it, I specify 2 mm, then it will be extended, as you can see, by this way. The next one is arrowhead type, that we can choose an arrowhead like these, filled arrowhead, 30 degrees, and then for full step arrow we can check this and we'll have full step arrow which are at the same size of the width of the stairs, and can draw for each run. If we enable this, then the path will be disabled for the landing, and this will be the result. I uncheck this, and if I uncheck this, as you can see, the line shape at landing corner has been set to straight, or we can set it to curve. Watch this. And the next one is distance to cut mark. As you can see, there is a distance between the cut mark and the arrowhead that we can control the distance, 1 mm or 10 centimeters. The next one is start from riser, that we can start the symbol from the riser. Watch this. I checked it, but nothing has changed since the riser and thread both are at the same place. So here it does not make difference to start it from the riser or from the thread. The next one is end at riser. Watch this. If I want to end that thread, then this will be the result. And the last one, show arrowhead to cut mark. We can choose to show the arrowhead to cut mark or hide it by this way. Then if I want to increase the size of the arrowhead, we show in additional setting, annotations and arrowheads. Here we can get access to the arrowheads. We select new type, fill 30 degrees, we duplicate it. I name it as stir path, arrow 30 degrees. I copy the name. Afterwards, I copy the name, and then I specify 6 for the tick size. Then I select the path and I paste the name to choose the new type for the arrowhead. Like this way, you can change the properties and adjust the the stir path. Here from object styles, you can control the visibilities of some items that will talk about the object styles and the visibility graphics in the future sessions, that we use object styles for changing the line weights in the entire project, while the changes in the visibility graphic will be applied on the current view, not on the entire project. Here is the path. I choose the color of green, and let me specify, for instance, blue. Apply and OK. Watch the results. Let me open the visibility graphics. I search for path. I clear. Then we'll have the changes in the object styles. However, the changes are not applied on the stairs. Again, I open object styles to check the changes. Stair path. We have set green, but it is not applied yet. Here in down arrow, up arrow, and stir path, I select these all and then I choose green for them. As you can see, the stir path is shown in green as well. And note that we have to select these three at the same time and assign the same values for all of them since they are dependent to each other. And note that you can choose whatever colors you want and then assign them for these elements or annotations. Black, blue, red, whatever, it does not matter, as you wish. For instance, this time I choose this one. And then for the up, I choose another one. So, like this way, we can control the stir path. And if I select this, we can position it or move it. Watch this by just clicking and dragging the grip or shape handle like this way. And the next point about the stir path is that if I search for up and down or path, I enable up, watch this, the text, then we can uncheck up and down in the instance properties. Or I can click and drag up and place it whatever I want, or I can replace another text instead of up. For instance, I can define start, stir, like this way. Or I can show it vertically, whether horizontally. So there is no necessity to show up or to show it vertically or horizontally. Everything can be controlled here. And watch this, text type. If I open it, we can change the type, I mean font, and also the size that we can control them in annotate text type. If I click on it, we can create a new type of text, controlling the color, controlling the line weight, the background, the text font, text size. Watch this, their path. I choose a new color for it, for instance blue, and make it transparent for the background, and not 0.1 for the border, and show the borders, specifying the type of the font, text font, like Arial, however it was Arial before, and 2 for the text size 2 mm, and apply it OK. Watch this, we select it, then we open edit type, then we select the created or customized text for the text of the stir path, as you can see. Again, I can select it and changing the text font like standard black. Okay, then again I should move back and choose Iran San. Let me define something else for the text. No, you can define it in your own language, Arabic, Hindu, Spanish, or whatever. However, I did not specify it or set the type on a stir path. I set it to standard bold. Watch this, the new text font, or the next one, or B titre or title. Let me search for other. Let me see what we got in B fonts. Maybe it is not installed, no matter. There are a bunch of text fonts that you can choose. Anyway, however, you can install more fonts and then add them here. Standard bold, like this way, and then I define start stir for the text. This is the result. And then we control the size 1.5 millimeters and 0.5 for the border of the border offset, or we can remove the borders or box around the text. Here there is, so by this way you can control the characteristics of the star path.